In this video, we're going to use Python to read a Excel sheet. We're then going to perform data analysis on that sheet using Python. And then we're going to use Python to export some results. So we're going to export a sales summary sheet. We're going to export a sales report PDF. And we're also going to export a number of charts in PNG format. So the data sheet that we're going to use is this one here. It contains some columns: date, product, category, quantity, unit price, salesperson, and the region. So it's a typical business type worksheet where we have different salespeople in different regions selling items. So we want to perform some data analysis on this sheet. We're going to import some libraries. So pandas library, matplot library, the date time module. We need to import the report lab library and import some classes and functions from that library to create the PDF that we used as the report PDF. We firstly load the data into Excel using pandas and the read Excel function. So that is our data here. Then we do some data analysis on it. So firstly, we're going to multiply the quantity column by the unit price column. So quantity multiplied by unit price will give the total sale value for this day for this salesperson, and call it total sale. This line here converts the date column of the pandas data frame into an actual date time object. And the day first equals true tells Panda to interpret dates as day, month, year. Then we're going to start our main data analysis. So we're going to total or sum the total sale column that we've calculated here. That will give us the total sales here. So add up all the sales that have been made and put a total sum. We're also going to create some series. So series columns, single columns of data. So we're going to group by the product column and we're going to sum the results in the total sale. So here we have the product column. So we're going to group, for example, the laptops, then add up the total sales for the laptops. So here we have 2 times 1200, then that will be added to 1 times 1200 and 3 times 1200, etc. So we're going to group the product and create the sales by product series. We're also going to compute the sales by person. So we're going to compute for each one of these salespeople here. Then sales by region. We're going to group by region and sum the total sales for each region. So we have the region here, and we're going to group, for example, the north, 2 times 1200 plus 2 times 250, etc. This one here, this one finds the row with the highest value in the total sale column that we computed above and returns the index label of that row and returns the full row. We're also going to group by the date column as well and get the daily sales. We also find the average daily sales by taking the mean of the daily sales data. Here we're going to compute the best product or find the best product by finding the maximum value in the sales by product series and returning the index label of that row and assigning it to the best product. We're then going to compute the best salesperson by finding the index label corresponding to the maximum value in the sales by person series. Then the sales by region. We're going to create a new data frame here containing only the rows where total sale is greater than 1,000. So in that total sale column, we're going to get the rows that are greater than that 1,000 by using this greater than symbol here. And this will be a data frame here on the left hand side. Now we're going to export the Excel summary file, which I've already obtained here by running this file, this one here. And that's this one here. So we can see it's produced a date column, product, category here, which is the original data file. But it's also produced these other sheets here, the product summary table, the salesperson summary, and the region summary. So first we're going to create that Excel sheet, sales summary. Then we're going to write the full data frame into that Excel sheet, which looks like the original data. Then we're going to get the sales by product into series, and we're going to convert that into a data frame and write that to Excel sheet. So sales by product, and we're going to call that sheet the product summary. So we've written that data here, product and total sale. We're also going to create a sheet called salesperson summary using the data from sales underscore by person to that data frame. And that's that sheet here in data. We're going to do the same for the region. Create that sheet, which is this one here. We're also going to use Python to create some plots and charts. So we're going to grab this data here, sales by product, the data stored in that variable there, and we're going to plot it with a title, X and Y labels, formatting. We're going to give it a name, and then we're going to close. So we're using the Matplot library here. And this is the chart that it will produce, where we have product along the x-axis and sales amount along the vertical. Here we're going to produce the sales by region plot. This one's going to be a pie plot. And we have this one here. We also have the daily sales trend plot, which produces this one here for January 2026 and the days there of that month. We are also going to create a PDF report and save it as a sales underscore report.pdf. So we create the PDF here. Then we load the Report Labs built-in collection of text styles. So we're loading in the get sample style sheet here, and we're saving it as styles. Then we're going to create an empty list that will contain every object added to that PDF report. So this is that list here, and we're going to add everything into this list and then take that and put it in the PDF. So this one here, content.append, we're appending to this list. It adds the paragraph object to the content list, so it will be included when the PDF is built. So adding this paragraph object, sales analysis report, that's the heading. Sales analysis report there. Content.append. So another paragraph object. So add the report generation date and time to the PDF, which is this little part here. We're adding a vertical spacing after the previous PDF element with a width and a height using the spacer function there. So putting some space in between the date and this title here. Then we have our executive summary. So we have our executive summary title and a style for that title using heading 1. Then we need to add the data here. So we can see here, we create a list containing the key summary statistics that will appear in the executive summary section of the PDF, which is here. F strings are used to create calculated values into the text, making the report dynamic and automatically updated whenever the data changes. So we've got our total sales, average daily sales, etc. And that's appearing each line of data here. Then we're adding the number or the value beside it. So total sales, average, underscore daily sales, etc. Then we're appending it to that content list that we talked about earlier. For item in summary items here, we're appending it. Ready to export to this PDF. Then we're putting a space in between here. Then we get the highest sales heading here. So now we add data underneath the highest sale heading there. So we loop through every field in the highest sale record and add it to the PDF as a paragraph. Highest sale is a Panda series containing a complete row of data for the largest sale transaction. So we can see the example there. So date, then a value of date, product, then a value of laptop, etc. Dot items returns each column name as a key, which is the key, and its corresponding value. We then append it to the content list. Then we're going to add a page break. So below here we have the page break. A page break forces all subsequent content to start on a new page. So you can see here we've started on a new page here. Then we're going to produce this summary information here, sales by product, and the table. So we're going to create a table, total sales for each product. And you can see we've done that. Added the headings first. Paragraph sales by product with the heading type. Then we're adding the table data in below it. So we have the headings product and sales here. We now use a for loop to loop through the sales by product series and append that data to the table underscore data nested list. We take that nested list, table underscore data, and use the table object in the report lab library to create the table. We then use table.setStyle to apply some formatting to the table, the grid, the background and the fonts. And then we're appending the whole table to the content list. We have a bit of a space underneath that table, which is here, which is this one here. Then we're now creating the salesperson table. So appending the heading, sales by salesperson, creating the table data here. Once again, creating the formatting of this table with the shaded background and the borders. And then appending the whole table to the content list. There's a space underneath that table, which is this spacer here. We have the heading, sales by region. Then once again, we're adding the table in and the formatting in the pretty much exactly the same type of code here. Now we create the sales over $1,000 table data. We have the table underscore data and nested list with the headings, date, product and amount. And we use a for loop to extract the data from large underscore sales data frame. We use iterRows function to loop through each row. And we use the underscore there in the for loop to ignore the index. Then we append the data to table underscore data to create that nested list with the date, the product and the total sale amount. Then we take that table underscore data and use the table object in the Report Lab library to create that table and style it with the grid, background and font name. Then we're going to embed charts into the PDF. So we have the first chart on the next page. Give it a heading. Then we're appending the image, the PNG, with a width and a height. And a page break underneath. So every chart is on a new page. We have the sales by region chart here. And the daily sales trend on the next page. Then finally, we build the PDF from that content list that we've populated, and we print out to the terminal that the report's been generated successfully.